MAM School of Engineering. The subject name is CS 8392 Introduction to Object Oriented Programming and Java Fundamentals. This is a common paper for both the second year CSE and third year EEE students. Unit 1, in Introduction to OOPS and Java Fundamentals, we are going to discuss about the object oriented programming, abstraction, objects and classes, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, OOPS in Java, and then characteristics of Java, the Java environment, Java source file structure, compilation, fundamentals, programming structures in Java, object oriented programming concepts. So there are lots of object oriented programming concepts are here: objects and classes, abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and OOPS in Java. Object oriented programming, so it is a software design methodology. It is a software programming model that constructed based on objects. It aims to implement real world entities in a programming languages. OOPS language, that is an object oriented programming language. The programming languages that follows the OOPS principles is known as object oriented programming languages. So keep in mind, every programming language is created for a particular purpose. Here Java is one of the general purpose object oriented programming language. Languages that follows object oriented programming principles other than Java. Example simulations, C++, Python. So these are all the examples of object oriented programming languages. So next one is object. Object is a specific instances of a particular class. It is often referred to as a real world entity. It lives in computer memory. It has a real values as well as objects of the same class that need not to be the same. It shares similarity with illustrates but differs with values. This is an example of an object. This is a car. The properties of a car is color, transmission type, and then maximum speed. The methods of the particular colors is a start and stop, and accelerate. Transmission time is accelerate, maximum speed. It can able to change a transmission. So the properties and methods that are comes under the criteria object. Next one is a class. It is a template definitions of a method and variable. A class is a blueprint of a particular object. A class should be instantiated before using. It is used to describe more than one object. A class is an extensible program, code, template for creating objects. Classes are help us to create multiple objects from them. So these are all the different types of cars. It is a list. We can able to list the difference between the above cars that shown in this PPT. Principles of object oriented programming: encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction. So these are the four kinds of principles of object oriented programming. Abstraction: it is used to manage the complexity of the program. It hiding unwanted information from the users. Also it hiding internal working mechanism from the particular user. Abstract car. So this is a car. So we can able to know how much user must know about the car for safe operations. Encapsulation. So it is a containment of a code and data together. It is used to protect the unnecessary external access of a particular code and data from other sources. It is a part of the program wrapped individually without affecting each other. Encapsulation. So encapsulation that allows the programmer to group data and the methods that operate on them together in one place, and also it can able to hide details from the other. So this is a diagram. Withdraw any value. So it consists of account number, account value, name, address. So we can use the transaction makeover transfer. We can able to transfer, we can able to withdraw, we can able to deposit, and we can able to print. So it allows the programmer to group a particular data and relevant methods over here. Encapsulated car. So example, so individual systems is a typical car. The transmission system and music system is independent to each other. So transmission system is engine speed, gear ratio, range, and we can able to change the gear ratio and the clutch types. It might be on or off. And in music systems, so play, stop, album change, source exchange. So these are all the music systems. And next one is the inheritance. It reuses the code and also sharing the characteristics or properties among the objects. Parent and child relation. It supports the hierarchical classification. Inherited car. So think about similarities and differences among these four number of cars over here. Inheritance. It expresses commonality among classes and its relevance objects, and also it allows code reusability. It highlights relationships and also it helps in code organization. So this is the example of a inheritance. Here is the base class. So feature 1, feature 2, sub features of a base class. And next one is the derived class. So this derived class is inherited from the above base class. And also feature 1 and feature 2, features of base class that is accessible to derived class because of the inheritance. And feature 3, it is a feature defined in derived class. Inheritance example. So person, name of a person, name is string and address is also a string. It is a base class. And if you are taking the derived class, name is student. The particular student is having the school name and address, as well as like the employee is also having the name of the company where we are working and the salary details and the name and address. And inheritance hierarchy, subclasses, polymorphism, taking more than one form. It describes the concept that objects of different types that can be accessed through the same interface. Same object that acts differently according to the situation. Polymorphic steer wheel, it's a car versus aircraft. What is the major difference between these two, car versus aircraft? So next one is why we are going for Java. The answer is that Java that enables the users to develop and deploy applications on the internet for servers, desktop computers, and small handheld devices. The future of computing is being profoundly influenced by the internet, and Java promises to remain a big part of that future. Java is the internet programming language, and also Java is a general purpose programming language. Java is the internet programming language.